Hey y'all, welcome to True Crime Talk. This is Kathleen, and this is going to be just a little update on the Camesha Johnson case that is still unsolved as of today, July 18th, 2023. And just to recap, Camesha Johnson was the bus driver who was shot to death while sitting in her car at a BP gas station in Riverdale, Georgia. It says family desperate for answers after Clayton County school bus driver found shot to death in her car. Family and friends came together Friday night for a vigil to remember a Clayton County School District bus driver who was found shot to death at a gas station last month. The group gathered at the BP off State Route 85 in Riverdale, where Johnson's body was found on June 30th. The 36-year-old worker worked as a bus driver for the Clayton County School District. She was separated from her husband and lived with her parents in Riverdale. Her body was discovered in her car at around midnight, just a few miles from her home. Her parents said she was shot once. The bullet traveled through her shoulder and pierced her heart. Johnson's parents said she often parked behind the gas station near Thomas Road to take time out of her day for prayer or quiet reflection. And she said, I just praise him, Hunter recalled. And I said, Camesha, baby, it's just so dangerous out here. She said, Mama, I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm not afraid to die, but I'm aware of my surroundings. Her parents said surveillance video showed Johnson's car traveling through the parking lot at around 10 p.m. Thursday past the gas station pumps before jumping a curb and coming to a stop. The vehicle sat there for about 2 hours before someone looked inside and discovered Johnson's body. Her family can't imagine why anyone would harm her, but they suspect it was someone she knew. I want to find out who did this because they took my baby, her mother said. They took my baby from me. Family members described the woman as a beautiful soul who was loved by everyone who met her. And this is a picture of the vigil they held for Camesha Johnson at the BP gas station. Guess family, friends, and coworkers were there. I'm not sure if her parents were there. I don't, obviously we just see the backs of people in this picture, so I'm not sure if her parents were there or her husband. This could be her husband standing right here, but I'm not sure. I can't recognize anybody, obviously, in this picture. I just see the backs of people. But they let off balloons. See, police have not released any details about what could have been the motive behind Johnson's death or identified anyone who may be connected with a brutal act of violence. If you have any information that could help with the investigation, contact the Clayton County Police Department. So they still have not arrested anybody, and the police have not released any details. Hopefully, they're just, keeping it to themselves for investigative purposes. Hopefully, they do have either a suspect in mind or some good leads. Hopefully, they took cell phone records from Camesha Johnson and possibly maybe her husband, who she separated from, just to make sure to rule him out as having anything to do with her death, and so forth and so on. Hopefully, the police are doing all that or have done all that. This is from 11alive.com. Says she was a beautiful soul, loved one's heart broken after a woman found shot to death in car at Clayton County gas station. Let's see. This was updated July 17th. Riverdale, Georgia. A metro Atlanta family community is heartbroken after a Clayton County woman was found dead in her car hours after being shot at a gas station last month. Camesha Johnson was found shot to death in her car at the BP gas station on Highway 85 in Riverdale on June 30th. Johnson's family said that she was shot late the night before, but her body was not found until a couple hours later during the next day. The family held a candlelight vigil for Johnson at 7:30 p.m. on Friday, where she was murdered. Her loved ones spoke about her character and her personality. Camesha was a beautiful soul. Every milestone I've had, she'd been a part of, said a loved one. Her community said she was always supportive and there for those that needed her. She didn't deserve this at all. She was very loved, said a loved one at her vigil on Friday. A visitation was held for Saturday, according to family members. Her funeral service was on Sunday at 1 p.m. at the Hope Banquet Hall in Jonesboro, per her online obituary. She was a good girl, and I'm definitely going to miss her. I loved her like my sister, a community member that worked with her said. Loved ones are seeking justice for Johnson as no arrests have been made in the case. Investigators said they are looking into the case and don't have any other details to share at this time. So that's all the information I could find as far as an update for this case. No arrests have been made, and police aren't releasing any information on the case. They're not sharing anything at this time. But her family, of course, is still seeking justice for Camesha. This, this is a developing story. Check back often for new information. Some pictures of Camesha Johnson. Shot to death in her car at the BP gas station on Highway 85 in Riverdale, Georgia. If you have any information at all to help solve her murder, please get in touch with the Clayton County, Georgia Police, or you can be anonymous and call Crime Stoppers, or you can go online to submit a tip to Crime Stoppers. And sometimes, of course, there are rewards involved when you um, submit tips to Crime Stoppers. And I'll have the information under this video down below. So as of right now, July 18th, 2023, that's the latest information on the Camesha Johnson case.